As landscape photographers, what is it about lighthouses that capture our imagination? Is it the strong subject matter, the history, the robust construction, its resilience to stand the test of time, a beacon of hope on a stormy night for ships passing by? Over the years, the 100-year-old Norah Head Lighthouse has been the subject of many of my photography outings. I've captured it from north, south, east and west, from over a kilometre away or as close as a metre, from below and above, during the day, at night, astro, sunrise, from inside and outside, and even epic panoramas. But the one shot I hadn't got was a sunset from in front of the lighthouse using the rock pool reflections. Today that was about to change. Today I wanted to create a lighthouse reflection.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video, and today I'm coming to you from Norah Head Lighthouse. I've shot this lighthouse many times over the years, but this afternoon I thought I'd come down and shoot it from down in front of the lighthouse. It's a different angle to where I would normally be shooting. And I've come down, I'm looking for compositions around the rocks here, and in particular the shot I've got in mind is a reflection shot of the lighthouse in one of these rock pools along the foreshore here. I'm going to get myself set up, go hunting for some compositions, and then I'll come back and have a chat to you. I found myself a really nice rock pool in the foreground here, and as you can see it lines up perfectly with the headland and then the lighthouse behind it, and I really like this composition. As I said, my main aim this afternoon was to come here and try and get this reflection or any reflection with this beautiful sky behind us and see if I could pick up some colour just after sunset. The forecast this afternoon is for some nice high clouds, so we should get a little bit of colour after the sunset. I've lined up my first shot for this afternoon, and I've got the reflection of the lighthouse right in the foreground. And what I like about this is that shooting at about 16mm, so I'm quite wide, I've actually got the angles of the two rock pools leading towards the main focal point, which is the lighthouse. Hopefully if we can get that little bit of colour behind it, it's going to make this composition really stand out. I'm shooting it around about f10, and I'm actually just going to focus stack these images, just make sure I get them nice and sharp from front to back. So I'll take a shot of the foreground, the midground, and then I'll take a final shot of the lighthouse to just ensure that I get everything nice and sharp and gives me more options once I get back into post. Some amazing conditions this afternoon. I've just got my fingers crossed now we can hold on. One of the things I do like to do with all my landscape photography shots and my seascape shots is pre-visualize these shots before I actually take them. A lot of the images I see different compositions when the conditions aren't quite right. I take a mental note of those compositions and then wait until I see the conditions start to be favorable, and then I actually pre-visualize in my head how I want to construct the image. It's amazing how many times when you actually pre-visualize your images prior to going out to a shoot, how you can bring them together. If you have the right conditions and the right composition, you can come away with some really pleasing results. I'm just actually making some really small micro adjustments in my composition now. I want to make sure that I line the lighthouse reflection up exactly in the right spot in the rock pools so that I don't have the reflection against any of the rocks being cut off. One of the things about arriving so early is it allows time for me to set my composition and get it right before the conditions improve and we're ready for the sunset shoot. The sun's not far from setting at the moment, and thankfully we've got some really beautiful high cloud behind the lighthouse, which is exactly what I wanted. We've got lovely still conditions. I'm shooting horizontal compositions at the moment, but really these are only test shots. A lot of the action's going to happen once we get that colour after sunset. At the moment I've got the circular polarizer on. I'll probably take that off just after sunset. This is the beauty of actually gathering compositions just before the light actually happens. I've moved forward up here, and down low I've got a really nice reflective shot of the lighthouse with the colour in the background and some really nice foreground in the pool. So I'm going to get my second tripod set down low, So once I get the main shot on the big tripod, I'm going to run down there and try and grab that one as well. Now that I've been around and gathered all those other compositions, I'm going to go back onto my main tripod now and just wait for this light to start to happen. Well, as you can see, I've got the cloud behind me here that's going to probably light up after sunset. But unfortunately, around towards the lighthouse, there's not a lot of cloud at all. I'm still hopeful that some of that cloud on the horizon will catch a bit of light. I think it'll be nice. I've actually just walked around now while I'm waiting for the light to start to happen, looking for some other compositions that if I have to, I can actually change and try and chase some of that colour in the sky, and might have to just alternate my composition slightly. I still want to get the lighthouse as a reflection. It might mean just moving up the beach or down the beach slightly and try and chase some of that colour in behind the lighthouse. Okay, so we've got some really nice light starting to happen now on the horizon. This is what we've waited for all afternoon. I'm just firing these shots now. I'm about at 1/20 at f10 and I'm just focus stacking these shots. One for the foreground, one for the midground, and then one for the actual lighthouse itself. What I love about this shot is I've actually got foreground, midground, and then I've got the background. I've got all the elements and then a really strong subject of the lighthouse up there at the moment. It looks fantastic. Some sensational light up there now. Just getting more and more colour into that sky. It just looks as good as I could have hoped for. It's fantastic when you plan out an image like this and then scope out the location, get the shot, and it all works out. I'm going to fire a couple more here and then I'm going to quickly go for a vertical, and now I've got going to go for that beautiful vertical composition. Wow, it looks just so good up there at the moment. Just trying not to rush this too much. I just want to make sure that I get everything right. I've got the conditions I need, so it's just a matter of concentrating now, slowing down and just getting my focus correct, making sure my composition is correct, and then firing my shot. Wow, that looks so good. Gonna just go for a slightly different composition here now. I'm actually just putting the lighthouse on the top rule of thirds. Just check to make more sure that my just some beautiful light up there. Okay, so in this shot I've got the lighthouse on the top rule of thirds. I'm actually going to put you guys down and go for a run at the moment and see if I can grab some of these other compositions. Some really spectacular light kicking off across the top there now. I'm going to go now for this shot that I was looking at before, the low down shot, see if I can get this one. Well, I've got that really nice light. The reflections just look so good here this afternoon. Wow, some amazing colour here now. I'm just running around frantically just trying to gather a couple of shots. I've got a really nice composition here with the headland reflecting down into this pool in front of me. You can see a little bit of it here in the back of the camera, but yeah, some amazing conditions here at Nora Head this afternoon. Some beautiful light on the horizon right out behind me, and just some awesome colour in the sky. Doing the mad dash, just trying to get the last of this afternoon light and see if I can find another composition along here. Well, the light's disappearing really rapidly now, and I've got a number of images here this afternoon I'm happy with. It turned out that in the end the sky did play the game, and we got some really nice colour and some really nice reflections. It really paid off to try and come here this afternoon and grab these shots of the lighthouse. Guys, the images are coming up shortly, but you know what to do. If you've enjoyed this video, do me a favor, go down below, hit that thumbs up. It really helps the channel out and lets others see this video. If you're new to the channel and you haven't been here before, you like what you see, then don't forget, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. If you've got a comment or a question, leave them below. I'll always respond. Hopefully I'll be around shooting some more landscapes soon. I'll see you then.
This location drew me back a few nights later. Did I get the image I pre-visualized? Very close. Perhaps I need to return another time for a lighthouse reflection.